Hello and welcome to today's session. Normally I would do number 7, but I'm going to do a 6.5, which is we're going to run through number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in one go and then get on to number 6 and try that one more time. So all of the steps of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 help build to number 6. So it's one big step. It's not as difficult once you start putting it together. Individually, it seems like a lot. So step 1, we cut out the outside world by focusing your mind inside yourself. Sri Bhairava said, Paradevi, whose nature is Visaga or creation, manifests as the upward prana and the downward prana. So these are the 2 points. So we're going to take 2 points, one near our head, one near our stomach. Now, the closer you can put them into your head and stomach is where those 2 points want to be. We're moving straight on, so your breathing will be from the point 1 to point 2. So you create those 2 points, fix them in your body, and your breathing is from that point to that point. We then, when the ingoing pranic air, so when your air is ingoing and the outgoing pranic air are both restrained in their space from their respective points. So the 2 points, we're not going to go now beyond those 2 points. We're going to restrain it. So the breathing stays within that. Remember, the way to get that, draw a line in your mind. So your mind keeps drawing this line. Imagine a laser line that's disappearing. It's ping pong, up, down, ping. And your mind is following that. Let your heart do what it needs to do. It will feel what it needs to feel. Just keep your mind following that line. Up. As you breathe. Down. The line goes down. Stops at that point. Up, down. Okay, keep it to those 2 points. And the second one is simply we're keeping it within the 2 points. We're not going beyond those limits. So we're learning now to keep it within those 2 points. Number 3 is squeezing it down. So we're putting pressure on it. So our breathing is getting shallower now. So now first our breathing would have been, let me try and breathe it for you. In, out, slowly. Then it's now being constrained, so it's getting squeezed in. So it's getting a little bit shallower. And then as we get to number 3, we're squeezing that ball and we want to form a ball inside. And that's where our breathing stays. So number 4, once you've got that ball and you've got your breathing, we're going to contain that breathing. We're going to squeeze it down into holding your breath. Once you've held your breath, your connection to the outside world is lost. And that is your center. Number 5 is simply opening up the center. We take the ball and we put it above our head, the imaginary ball, straight up the line into and above our head. That opens up our consciousness, connects our mind back to the body. And then we're going to pull number 6, which was the last one. The ball comes down from the head to the stomach. Now the entire ball, the entire feeling is moving up and down. And that connects our soul back to our body slowly and starts receiving information slower. So we're reconnecting back to the world. Imagine it as a kid or a child. The first time you reconnect to the world, you've got a lot of information to take on board. And that innocence is brought back into us. These are the feelings that we'll get. So we'll try it one by one. You can pause the video, or if you'd like to stay with me, I will walk you through the steps. So 2 points. One at the top, one at the bottom. We draw a line between the 2 and our breathing follows that line from top to bottom. That line can be an imaginary, close your eyes, the line can be in front of you or inside of you. We will put it inside of us. If you cannot put it inside of you now, just put it in front of you, that's fine. We'll slowly bring it into our center. And breathe up. Your line gets drawn. How long you breathe is up to you. Breathe down. Follow the line. The mind is going to easily waver at this point. It doesn't want to follow the line up and down, but we're going to make it follow the line. That is what your brain is going to be doing. And this is how we focus the brain on one thing. As soon as we lose focus, you will know instantly yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you. Your line will simply not flow. So you know you're on the right track if the line is flowing. Breathe in. Now we just make sure that line is inside of us. Now we're going to slowly push that breathing into a ball. So I'm going to make my breathing more shallow. You can follow this. The line is still there. So your breathing should be shallower and shallower, meaning it should be like that. Don't feel out of breath. Slowly bring it in. And then we squeeze that, imagine a ball, squeeze it into a ball. And that ball is now containing all your energy. And you're going to hold your breath for a few seconds or as long as you feel comfortable with. And you should have a floating feeling. You're almost detached from your body. And we'll take that ball now, or whenever you feel comfortable. You can enjoy this if you want to. It's a very nice feeling. And we take the ball up through our body and up into the crown above our heads. At this point, we are getting floating feeling. We're floating. Our head is tingling. Another thing you will feel is your breathing really becomes completely almost zero. There's a little like that, just one every now and then. That's what I feel. That's all the air I seem to need. And I don't feel like I'm holding my breath or feeling under pressure, but a tiny bit of movement and a little bit of exchange in air seems to be enough for my body. And then we're going to move the ball up and down through all our chakras. That means if you're sitting in the lotus position with your legs crossed, it is from your bum all the way to your tip of your head. And this is inside the body. And we're going to try and move that chakra as fast as possible. Now the faster you get it, it goes to infinite speed. So it is just there and everywhere at the same time. So you can just draw a line and imagine it at any point. And it is always there. And now you should feel your chakras. Mind can focus on any point. So getting into a state of this being, the reason it can be difficult, I'll go into a little bit more, is because your brain is completely focused on many other things. So if you're having difficulty, it could be focused on your past, your future, and all of these things will completely distract you. And the only way to do that is to draw that line. When you draw that line and you follow it in your mind, you know when you are focused. Feel each Kundalini. If you need to use your fingers as a guide or your hands, you may wave them in front of you. Slowly, slowly just wave them. Okay, put your hand in the Namaste pose as well. This will circle your energy back into yourself. You'll feel a circular energy within you. You may open your eyes whenever you feel. Take your time. Don't try to access and jump into the world. That's important. You want to slowly become aware of your surroundings. In fact, you don't want to become aware of your surroundings. Try that. I hope you enjoyed that. That is a recap of all number 1 to 6. And I think it's very important that we get into that stage and try that. If you have any questions, any thoughts, if you're struggling with any part of this, let me know in the comments. We will have revisit sessions or question and answers, and I will give you examples. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.